This is a video that took me 2 hours to edit, but here's the same edit and it took me only 30 minutes because I let AI handle all of the busy work when editing. And you can use this tool to help you edit any kind of video. This tool is called Autocut, and it works with both the free and studio versions of DaVinci Resolve, as well as Premiere Pro, and Autocut is also sponsoring this video, by the way. Now, let me show you some examples of how easy Autocut is to use and why you're gonna wanna use it on every single one of your edits going forward. And let me just say now, the last one has the potential to save you several hours of work on its own, and you are going to love it. But first, let's address the elephant in the room. Yes, Autocut is an AI editing plugin, but it isn't one of those generative AI slop plugins. No, you can think of this as more of a plugin that helps you as an editor be more efficient. This plugin isn't going to replace any of your creative work. It's just going to help you handle all of the busy work and upgrade your workflow by automating the repetitive and uncreative tasks that we all have to do as video editors before we get to the fun creative stuff. In this video, I have 3 examples for you. We're going to be talking through about how you can use Autocut to edit a wedding film, as well as a podcast and a YouTube video. Here in DaVinci Resolve, I have a groom and he's reading a letter to his bride on the wedding day. And this is a really great letter, but he does speak a little bit slowly. And between many of his sentences, we have these pauses, these gaps. Well, one of the best features of Autocut is that it's capable of removing silences in your video clips automatically. So if you have someone speaking who has a lot of gaps between their sentences, instead of having to tighten this all up manually by going over here and we're gonna like make a cut, okay, then we'll go over here and we'll make another cut, and then we're gonna delete this portion, then delete to bring it over, and we do that through all of these clips. No, not at all. Let's just let AI handle it. Autocut can do this so fast. And instead of taking 5 to 10 minutes, it will only take a few seconds. Even better, let's click on Autocut silences here, and it's gonna show you a visual preview before you ever remove your silences. So we're gonna say that we want to analyze all the audio on track 1, we're gonna validate the selections, and then we can either generate a partial preview of how things are sound or a full preview. So I'm gonna choose the full preview so you can use the full thing. So as soon as I click on that, Autocut's gonna go to work, analyzing all this, and just like that, it's showing me, here is my entire timeline with all of my audio, and all these red spots are the areas where it's gonna be removing the audio. And if you notice, hey, there's a little bit more here, well, what's great is we can go down here and choose Calculate by AI for the noise threshold to have it analyze things better. And then you can also just tweak things a little bit and say, you know what, actually, I think anything lower than like negative 20 decibels, let's say, we need to take out. And suddenly, whenever you bring it down like that, it's cutting out a lot more of these moments here, but you can see it visually, which makes it so much better. Then we'll choose we want to remove the silences. We don't need any transitions because we're going to cover it up with the B-roll anyways. You have options for whether you want it to be energetic cuts or calm cuts. And then all we have to do is click cut and delete silences. And Autocut is going to go to work in the background, analyzing. Oh, it's already done actually. Wow. Okay, that's quick. Ain't that crazy? Close this. Let's check it out. And just like that, Autocut has now gone through the timeline and removed a lot of these bigger gaps between where he is speaking, which makes everything sound a lot more natural. Overall time saved, let's say 7 minutes with this effect. And you can see how our timeline looked before and how it looks now. It's a big shift. As a +2, Autocut works with pretty much any language that you are editing in your video. Now, you can use this Autocut silences tool for basically any kind of video, but I find that for interviews where you have people that are not used to speaking on camera, this remove silences tool is incredibly useful. Next, let's talk about YouTube videos. If you've ever recorded a video of yourself speaking, you've probably made some mistakes and had to redo a line or two, or maybe 10 times if you're me. Let's switch over to Premiere Pro now, and I want you to notice that Autocut has the exact same interface here as in DaVinci Resolve, which makes it really easy to use. You just open up Premiere Pro and Autocut, and then click on the effect that you want to use. In this case, we're going to be using this absolutely magical effect called Autocut Repeat. For this YouTube video, I already have all of my A-roll down here on the timeline, which is all the footage of my talking head. And you can see here at the beginning, I have one take where I start talking, and then I realize that I misspoke. So I go back over here and I start talking again. You need an ultra portable laptop that is capable. Now, instead of me needing to go through and figure out which take was the best, because there's a couple of them here, and then throughout the video, there are other times where I messed up a line and then had to repeat the take again. Instead, we're going to use this Autocut repeat tool, which is really awesome. So we're going to select it, and then we're going to tell it, yes, I want you to analyze the entire timeline, validate sections, and then here's where it gets really cool because you can actually share your full reference script because I have a YouTube script that I wrote for this. So we're going to go over here, enable this, and I'm going to paste my script into here so that way the AI knows what is supposed to be said. And then all you have to do is go down here and click on Generate Transcript. And you can see it says that it's going to be encoding. It's going to be doing a lot of work in the background, transcribing the audio, rendering things in Premiere Pro, analyzing the entire video clip, comparing it to the scripts, detecting the moments where I repeated a line multiple times. Then it's going to select the best take and delete the others, all automatically. Even better, the tool comes with a repeat editor that will let you quickly choose the best take. It's really impressive. And check this out. Autocut has now gone through and recognized that the first take was not good, so now it's going to use the second take. And here you can see it actually chose this hey, which I want to keep in. So all you have to do is click and drag, and then it will activate it so that way that part of the script will be there. And then scrubbing back through, the rest of the script was pretty darn good. But we get down here, and you can see that I started talking to my editor. I'm like, let me see if I can get some B-roll for you to cut to. I got to open up this program here. And so it automatically recognized that's not in the script. So we're going to have it remove that. And let's tell it to remove that too. And just like that, the rest of the script is looking really good. So now we're going to do is click Cut Sequence here. And Autocut is then going to go through and start making cuts to all of these parts of the sequence, cutting out the stuff we don't want, leaving the things that we do want. And check that out. Now, all the A-roll has been cut and the repeated lines have been removed, and this is looking really good. Here's the timeline before and after. See how it looks more cleaned up? Like I said earlier, Autocut is really designed to help you edit faster and automate a lot of the repetitive and boring tasks of editing, like removing repetitive takes. Sometimes I will have a YouTube video that's an hour long that I've recorded, and instead of needing to play through the entire video and make sure that it's using the correct takes, which can take half an hour at 2x speed, Autocut will help you do that in just a few seconds. We are talking about 29 minutes of work here saved. Now let's hop back over to Premiere Pro, and here you will see I have a podcast with all the raw footage on the timeline. We are talking 2 camera angles, 2 audio tracks, and this would be an absolute pain to edit by hand. You could do it, but it would take hours. With Autocut though, you can edit it in less than a minute. All you have to do is go over here to Autocut Podcast, select that, and it's going to ask you to define your sections. We're going to say, yes, we want to analyze the entire timeline. Press validate, and then the AI is going to detect people's names from the audio. So in this case, it can recognize that track 1 was Matt, track 2 was Justin. Then you can see we have our cameras. Track 1 is me, track 2 is Justin. You can adjust the priority if you want to focus more on one person or the other, but we're going to leave it like that. It's going to let you choose if you want to have reaction shots where it'll cut away while someone else is talking, which I think is great. Shot duration, calm, paste, energetic. Let's set it to paste. Even better, there's a new multi-camera editing feature where it will use Premiere Pro's multicam, which can be really helpful. If you have unused clips, they can be disabled. You can also have it cut the audio if you want, and even better, there are presets down here. So if you have a consistent podcast setup and you have certain presets for it, you can enable them here, save presets, and then quickly access them and edit podcasts even faster. But I think we're ready to go, so let's hit Start Podcast Editing. And there you go, all the cuts have been made, and it took just 1 minute and 13 seconds. And by Autocut's estimate, it would have taken an hour and a half, really over that, to make all these edits by hand. This is such a time saver. Isn't that just insane? The timeline went from completely unedited to hundreds of cuts thanks to Autocut, but we aren't done yet. Now, I've saved the best for last. Let's say you're editing a podcast and you know your client is going to ask for separate vertical video clips that they can use for a clips channel on YouTube or Reels or TikTok videos, etc. This is easily several more hours of work, especially if you have a client that wants a lot of short videos. So you could then go through and watch through the full podcast. Here's one that I recorded with my good friend Justin Porter. And you would then have to find the best parts that stood out to you, the funny parts, etc., cut and paste them to a new vertical timeline, then painstakingly go through and reframe everything. This is extremely time consuming. Well, I'm not going to show you one Autocut tool. I'm going to show you 2. So first, now notice that we're back in Premiere Pro, and here you have this effect called AutoViral, which uses AI to analyze your video and choose the most viral moments. If it's a wedding, you can tell the AI to find the most emotional moments. If it's a podcast, like we're showing in this case, You can tell it to focus on humor or other things like that. So let's click on this here, and then we're going to say, yes, we want you to analyze the entire timeline while you're doing this, validate the sections, and then it's going to say, hey, we're going to use this transcript and the emotion AI to do this here. You can choose how long you want the clips to be. I think 1 minute to 1 minute and a half is really good. That's a great length. And then you can choose by default, like broad virality. In this case, me and Justin, we're just talking, having fun. So we're going to say it's humoristic, but notice you could choose emotional, like I said, if you're doing a wedding. So let's keep it on humoristic here. And then we're going to go in here and click on find viral clips. As you do this, AutoCut is then going to go through and analyze the entire video, looking for the most emotional moments, the most humorous moments, whatever you've told to focus on. And then it's going to give us all of these clips automatically. AutoViral is now done, and notice that it has found not one clip, not 10 clips, 30 potentially viral clips. And even better, it has rated them on a viral score by how strong the hook is, how trendy it is, how engaging it's going to be, the emotional level, and you can see here that it's rated by ranked. So you can go through and play through any of these clips if you want to see them, or it'll also show you the text here, which is really awesome. And so in this case here, we were talking about a red camera. Of course, we're going to want to have a clip about a red camera. That's really, really great. I also like the anticipation of getting a red camera. This is whenever Justin was getting his and he was super excited about it. I think some Fortnite dances. Yeah, let's definitely have that. And so we have these 3 clips here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to say generate 3 viral clips. And then what's awesome is that AutoViral is going to handle going through, selecting these clips, cutting them out of this timeline, creating a new timeline, and then putting them onto that timeline, which is going to save a ton of time, especially if you have a clips channel or something like that where you want to have these cool moments. You can then export these and then upload into the clips channel very quickly. With that, AutoViral is done in only 28 seconds. Says it saved us 25 minutes of editing time because we don't have to do this manually, which is awesome. So let's go over here. And now we have 3 new timelines here that have been added. We have this one here where we're talking about the anticipation of getting the red camera, the Fortnite dances, and the red camera showcase with 16-bit video. Really great, right? If you wanted to upload YouTube clips, this is where you would do it. But we're not done yet. Remember, I told you I have another tool to show you. And this other tool is going to help save you even more time. This tool is called AutoResize. And so with this timeline selected that we had created here of us talking about getting a red camera, we're going to click on AutoResize. We're going to tell it, yeah, we want to analyze the entire timeline. Click validate, and then it's going to let you choose whether you're exporting your videos for Instagram Reels, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts. In this case, let's say we want to do a TikTok YouTube Shorts clip. We're going to say we want to follow the subject at a normal speed. That's great. And keep in mind, right now we're working with a horizontal 16:9 timeline. Well, let's click on resize sequence here, and AutoCut is going to go to work very, very quickly. Oh, already done again. Cool. Took 3 seconds. And just like that, we have this new reframe timeline. And look at it. Vertical 9:16 goes between the two of us as we are talking with us properly in the frame. Yeah, so cool. It does it all automatically. You don't have to mess with keyframes or make edits for each platform. It's all done in 3 seconds. Now, depending on how many videos you have to make, this tool will easily save you 3 or more hours of work. Imagine having to go through and make 30 of these viral clips by hand. No, took 5 to 10 minutes with AutoCut. But I hear you telling me, Matt, what about captions? Yes, Premiere and Resolve have built-in captions, but they kind of suck. Well, AutoCut to the rescue again with their AutoCaptions tool, which is going to add very high quality animated captions to your videos. And here's how you use it. Just go up here, click on AutoCaptions. Let's select the entire timeline. Press validate, select your audio language. Let's leave this on English, but notice that there are so many other languages supported. Yes, literally over 80 languages. So the odds are that if you're looking for a certain language, they probably support it, which is fantastic. Alternatively, if you have a SRT file, it can work from that or a previous transcription. But in this case, we're just going to let it handle all this automatically. So let's open up the caption editor. And after a few seconds, it's done. And as you can see, there are presets that you can choose from other popular creators, which is super cool. There's also community presets if you want to check those out. You can go up here and edit the exact style, the font, all the formatting of the text and the text box. In this case though, let's go with the Kai preset. And then we can go down here to the bottom and read our entire transcript. If you notice there's anything that needs to be changed, you can go in here and edit and modify very quickly if you want to. But I think it's time. Let's go down here and add these captions. 6 seconds later. Yes, this says we literally saved 9 minutes doing this. Let's check it out. Look at these captions. They're moving, they're animated. These look so good. And this literally took less than a minute. And let's talk more about time saving. Keeping with YouTube videos here for a bit and hopping back into DaVinci Resolve. Let's say that your video is done editing. In this case, this is a video about the updates that DaVinci Resolve got, so we're keeping on theme here with Resolve. But what is one of the nicest features of YouTube? Chapters, where you can skip around to the exact part of a video that you want to watch. Heck, look at the video that you're watching right now. It has chapters. And guess what? I didn't have to make them because AutoCut's AutoChapters feature did it for me. So let's click on AutoChapters here, and then we're gonna say, yes, we want you to analyze the entire timeline. Click validate, and then it's gonna say that it's gonna make timeline markers as well as YouTube ready chapters that are ready to copy into your video description, which is fantastic. You can choose how many chapters you want it to detect. I think the default is fine, but you can also fine tune things. So if you want to give it more instructions like, hey, this is this exact topic, make sure you focus on that, etc., you can do that here, but we're gonna leave that turned off. And let's click generate. Just like that, AutoCut is gonna go to work in the background, rendering out the video incredibly quickly. This is like a very low resolution proxy version that it can then upload to analyze for chapters. And check this out. We have all the chapters listed here from bug fix year to full update. Scrolling down here, new AI powered editing tools, integrated photo editing suite. So the AI has detected all of these sections. It's given us 10 different chapters. Oh, 11, excuse me. And this looks really, really good. So we can go down here at the bottom, we can choose which marker color we want to use, click add chapters, and now the AutoCut chapters are made literally in 1 second. And here they all are right here listed out. So all you have to do is click copy to clipboard, and you can paste that directly into your YouTube video description, which not only makes it easier for your viewers to watch your videos, but it also helps improve your SEO, which can help your videos rank higher on YouTube and Google. Instead of wasting 10 to 15 minutes watching through a YouTube video for different moments and creating chapters, you can have AutoCut create them in less than a minute. That's another 14 minutes saved right there. And check out all the little markers on the timeline, really well organized. Yeah. This is great. Tally up all the time saved with these AutoCut tools that I just showed you, and you are looking at saving at least 4 hours of work. And this is all just editing busy work that you have to mindlessly go through. Okay, click, copy, and paste this. It's mind-numbing, right? And so AutoCut helps you get the boring parts of editing out of the way so you can fully focus your time and attention on the fun, creative parts of editing, like telling a story. I've saved hours editing this exact YouTube video that you're watching right now with this tool, and I know that you're gonna love it as much as I do. And because I want to help you out even more, when you use my link in the video description, you can get an absolutely free 14-day trial to AutoCut that will work with both the free and studio version of DaVinci Resolve as well as Premiere. And when you use that link, you're gonna be able to save 20% off any annual plan. You don't need a credit card for the trial either. It's truly free, and you can try out all the tools and see just how much faster AutoCut will make your workflow. While you are down in the video description, I'll also link to my edit videos like a pro guide. This guide is going to show you the biggest rules that I follow for every video that I edit, and it's going to enable you to edit videos in higher quality faster than ever before. You can download this guide for free at the link in the video description. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.